right, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Anik, is it clear enough? Is everything clear?
Yes, everything is quite clear.
All right, thank you. All right, so without any further, I think we can start slowly the session. So, I've seen some of the faces today already joined us for the first session of Tea and Cookies session. So thank you so much for coming again. While waiting for the rest of the participants, we would like to start a little bit introduction maybe about our club, Graduate Student Club at our faculty, Universiti Putra, Malaysia. And I would like to welcome our president, Mr. Anik Inam, to share a little bit about our Graduate Student Club. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Bella, for welcoming me. And I would like to say a very warm welcome to all the participants and especially our speaker of today, Dr. Lin Woon Leong. He is with us in the session right now, and we are very grateful that he is here and he spared time to discuss about the topic, which is which is related to the publication, because normally we see that all the students, they have to go for publication, and it is one of the criteria to pass the master's and the PhD degrees. So by considering that the importance of that topic, Dr. Lin Woon Leong, actually, he is one of the PhD alumni of School of Business and Economics, University Putra, Malaysia. So he is doing his effort to teach all of us that what should be done if we want to do publications in very top journals, because he is very much famous in publishing in Q1, Q2, these kind of journals, and he worked so hard. And today I think we would like to get some tips from him that how to publish in very good journals. And when I talk about my team include all of the participants, all of the members, which you can see on the screen right now: the treasurer Musa Sehu, secretary Badr Latif, and we have publicity and marketing director Bala Rosti, publicity and marketing assistant Snow Sini, and we will be having some executive committee members soon, and we will also be having some special force with us. So hopefully the students which can see the advertisement in the groups, they can participate and they can be a part of our team. So I would like to again welcome our speaker of today, Dr. Lin Woon Leong, and I would like the host to share the host thing to the speaker so that he can share the slides. Thank you so much from my side.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. President. So without any further, before we start the session, I would like to share a little bit background about our speaker, Dr. Lin. So mind for me to share about him. So Dr. Lin Woon Leong is a senior lecturer at Talis University, and he completed PhD from UPM, his MBA from the East Anglia University, United Kingdom. And Dr. Lin's research focus has been in areas of corporate political strategy, business ethics, CSR that focuses more on the green environment practices. And he also has published more than 20 articles in the research journals. So if I think everyone is getting excited now, so why don't we just start the session? So please welcome our speaker, Dr. Lin.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Bella, and thank you, Dr. Anik. Okay, future Dr. Anik. It's my honor to be back to UPM. So actually, I love UPM a lot. I have a lot of friends there, including the lecturers and also the professor. So when I heard they want to invite me back to just a tea and cookie because it's routine, I will be there. So I can see a lot of people over here. So shocked me as around 60 participants is compared to the physical, whereby we only have 20 of us normally because of the pandemic issue. Can change the situations where we never stop do research. Okay, because during the pandemic, I've been published two ISI journal, and then recently I got two Q1 and two Q1 and one Q2 just recently. So I have one single author. I not just say show off. I just share to motivate you. Actually, a student also can publish a good in a good high impact journal. Okay, not mean only the professor. Okay, don't miss out. So pandemic never stopped me, and I also get a grant from the University Malaysia to do my COVID. So whereby I've been published in Asian, what I call the Asian public policy. So I was also involved because my field is more like the business economics, so it's the overlapping field. Okay, without any further delay, this is a sharing section. It's not mean to show you how to publish and then you show publish, then you will scold me later. Hey, wait, Dr. Lin, what happened to you? No, just to share my experience, the way I'm doing my strategy to publish my article in a high impact journal. Okay, so I just put a very simple word, how to publish. Okay, not necessary you want to publish, you can publish in chapter and bold, you publish scopus, whatever, up to you. But since for your graduations, I think why not you hope for higher, but the pain will be greater. It's a check and balance. Okay, you want to look for high journal, therefore for the rejections will be harsh. Okay, you need to get ready for that. Okay. So before you do anything, I just advise a student, even though I was doing myself also, like I call the my normal practice. I like to look for journal. That journal either in the ISI Scopus syntax, ISI syntax, Scopus, or ABS syntax, up to your era, ABDC, whatever. Okay, just look for the journal. Something you need to look for is the citation rate. Whether that journal is very famous, like one of my journal is a journal of business ethics. You can see 20, 30,000 the citation is very high, but the rejection rate also very high, more than 80%. Recently, I sent one journal to business ethics, that's rejected. Fine, but I sent to another, but it's under review. So you can see, it doesn't matter that they reject your paper, mean your paper is poor. No, due to the topic, not suitable, whatever. So check for the rejection rate. Publication lag, how frequent the publication, once a year, how many issue per year. So you need to check. All this one contribute the factor that your paper been accepted. It's very technical, but you need to look for it. Okay, where have others written article in your area? So check. You need to do a very good kind of the survey about the journal first. Not so just I want to this journal then go for it. No, look for plenty journal that you I advise. Then you can check. This one I'm not going to one by one. This kind of factor, I mean, that's for me. I mean, that is from my side. Not means 100% correct, but at least contribute to your what you call strategy published in a high impact journal. Okay. Then of course, you need to check the outlet where the author written is cite your paper, especially if your article, normally you sure have a few journal that you frequently cite. So you need to take note about that. And read the journal description. Yes, the scope and the aim is very important. Then look for the editorial board as well, whether it's via Asian or the European, pure European or Eastern Europe or American or Australian, Aussie or New Zealand, whatever. You can try and look that, or they can, because the editor also give you support as well. Okay. Chain or editor, journal policy, anything, because from time to time there will be changes of editor. Editor is very important. Why? Is the person to read your article. That's reject happen when during the editor. Okay, editor. So board editor. So I like to look for editor board. If the editor brought a lot of Asian lecturer or a lot of Asian professor, I will look for that. I will go for that because why? The chances will be higher not to be rejected, especially during the desk reject. Okay, it's actually publication also very political because colony. Some colony mean that if you see some of the high impact journal, you can see the majority is controlled by certain group. It's very, very difficult to conquer. Especially the economic journal. You can see it's if an Asian can publish or like journal management, whatever, you can see it's so difficult to penetrate kind of thing. Not say impossible, it's you need to work harder for that, okay? Go for a high impact journal if you can stand for the pain of rejections. That is my pain. Always try. I have received plenty of rejection. That's reject. Okay, it's norm to me. I wouldn't see angry or disappointed. I find that because it's no harm to try. It's not pay. I just send a few days later or 1 week later, I receive rejection. Okay, I will go for another. I will look for a few journal for the alternative or I call standby. Yeah. So that is my way, okay, doing. So second is please bear in mind that if your research is a replication, so normally replication of study don't contribute much, so be careful of that. Try to avoid publish, I mean, there's some of the same journal with you. I mean, the same kind of topic. Try not to go for that, okay? If not, the chance, because why the journal won't keep on publish the same topic or same kind of area of they want to diversify. I mean, they want to make a variety of the topic. So bear in mind to have this kind of take note if you cite that paper almost similar with your study, try to avoid to go for submit. That's why business ethics one of the very what you call the diversified journal. I mean, that is going to see a almost like all kind of field you can be sued in business ethics. Now it's very stringent, okay? But there may be a good reason to publish something not in the journal or in a book. Why? The citation will be higher because sometimes you are the pioneer of that kind of field. Why not go for that? Okay, that is some of the advice to me. Okay, so writing. So writing is not like conversation to me. You have to treat it as a conversation. Who you want to talk with? You cannot say we talk with the medical. We is mean you are not aligned. You are management. What kind of management you're talking about? You are like me. I'm a CSR. So I will more to the sustainability or CSR or political activity strategy. So that field, I will look for business strategy or CSR kind of the journal. So can be more easily accepted because why? The people or your community will understand better about your field. If you try something new into the journal, the reviewer tends to be confused about because they are not speak the same conversation with you. That's why I think that is a conversation very important. I mean that the field you're studying. So make it try. Okay, this is one of the example I can try. You can get a few articles, and normally you in a write article show you have a few angle journal. So try to make a journal that almost similar to study, and try to create that kind of conversation. I think it's very important. Do not simply what you call the target field that then you submit to another kind of journal that is not within your field. So that will be I can see a lot of students try from the SSIE or the SSI journal. So they are very mixed up with that. So be careful about that. Then co-author, I think is just advice to those co-author. So when you have a co-author, how you want to deal with the co-author. So I think should be fast turnaround. This is why actually I want to message to all the lecturer because of the lecture with our co-author. So we want them. We send our journal article to them. They will take a few times to read. To me, I think 2 to 3 weeks is reasonable. No, and try to get it. So I don't want to, but like author, you send to co-author. I think never to be defensive because if some people change your article, try not to defensive. There's you have to be open-minded. I mean, accept the criticism, whatever, because this all of your community, your team try to make it achieve the best, okay, for the article. That is the meaning. You contribute. I mean that sometimes try. That's why I say that you need to be not to be defensive. Okay. That's writing as a co-author. How to organize? I think you are better than me because you are doing your research. You're doing your what you call the your thesis writing. So actually thesis writing is one of the skill you can learn and apply in your article writing. Thesis writing is a quantity, but article writing is a quality. There is a difference. Quantity is not the quality. Always, if you one article limit you 8,000, you have to maximum you can go is 9,500. You don't write until 12,000, 14,000. Actually, the more you write in your article, the more trouble. Okay, you will create more trouble to yourself. Okay? As I say, so organized writing is very important. What you want to write, think about select topic, make it a goal to write so many pages. So up to you. When you write, you need to be focused. I always told the student or myself, once you start writing, you need to be focused already. Okay, why? If you don't have the mood on writing, or maybe today you feel that you don't have a mood to write, or you feel lazy to write, then you take a rest. Don't force yourself, or you do some reading, or you do some of the you can skip, but not skip for whole day, a whole week. Maybe 1-2 days, you come back again and do. The writing is more like it's gifted because I don't know if you don't like see if I don't have the mood to write, actually I can stop for 3 days, but after that I will come back and I will start writing all the article, and then I can complete very fast. Okay. So the way how you write, I think is to me, I will follow start with the table. Why? Actually, my writing, if you want to do a good research, you have a good data first. Then because I'm doing the secondary, I'm not sure about the primary, but secondary means normally we will look for the data. Then I will use run the data and try to come out a set of result, satisfactory result. So I try to write based on the table first. I want to see what is my result refer to. Before that, sure, you already do your literature review. Definitely, you have to do a literature review, the gap. I mean, there is all primary done. Being writing an article that time when you want to start construct your article, try to go for your result and method first, and that is a way you can see how you want to arrange your that writing. You start from introduction, but you can't see what you are arguing in your result. No point, because why? The abstract also involve your result. The introduction also sometimes you touch what if we're going to discuss in your verbal. And also you need to support what is the significance of the study, what is the contribution. You also need to discuss about the result as well. Literature review, yes, no need, but the result and the discussion will be an important part to you. Okay, that is a part you contribute a lot of value. Okay, so writing, I think is you need to be a lot of kind of amendment before submission. I don't think you can one time do it at the first time. I think it's very difficult. But writing a paper, I think through a lot of revise. Okay. More is not always better. This is my meaning to you. Concentrate on the main important issue. This is important. That's an important aspect you need to be concentrate. Okay. So who are your reader? Yeah, I mean we already done. Who are your reader mean normally you already done when you're selecting your journal. So you already know what is it. So I think when you already confirm where you want to send your article, you know who is your reader. If you are from finance, you can go for finance. You will go for economic, you go for economic. You want to go for the pure management, you can go for pure management. To me, I will go for business and more to the strategy and the CSR side. So it's not a pure management, or I wouldn't go for journal management. I go for kind of my field that's talk about the sustainable development, sustainability, CSR, or some of the green innovation, that kind of thing. Okay, so you need to talk with your reader. Who's your leader? Okay. Then right as part of conversation, I told you identify the people, topic. So you must have a good topic first. Then the potential member or writing the committee. So you need to decide who's your co-author. Then the finding of your scholar and the work. So that one I think is more like very important actually writing. You can write it alone. Your single author I think should be no problem. Normally in order to write a good article, you need to be in a group. Okay? At least some people help you to see your mistake, especially to discuss your result or how to argue. Okay? Especially the part of the discussion and the contribution, especially discussion and also the implication of study. Okay, that's an important part. Okay, then how to write. I think you should know how to cite, acknowledgement, deductive, inductive. You know, each sentence is right. I think this is very general. So keep in mind it's a big picture. So try to look for the if you want to publish in that journal, for instance, you want to publish in a journal of management, you need to read, okay, download a few most recent maybe 2021. Look at the structure, how they write, okay, then follow. You need to follow them to write step by step, because normally I just follow, easier, because I don't want to be odd. Okay, I want to follow the group, so whatever, so easier to be accepted. Okay, that is very important. Introduction, very important. So you can, this is one of my former editor. One of the editor told us how to write a good introduction. I think your supervisor also teach you how to write introduction. So introduction is actually very, very important for your article. Okay, I did review a lot of articles. Majority I wouldn't reject. Actually, so far I only reject 4. So far in my life, I've reviewed 20 over articles. But so far I rejected 4. But because of the writing is horrible and they don't focus on the introduction. When I do spend my time a whole day, when I do a reviewing, I won't review the whole article in the same day. No, I will split part by part. First, I will read how to accept it, how to accept to review the article. Why you see sometimes your article been rejected, nobody want to review. You're looking for, you can see the remark looking for reviewer, okay, invited for reviewer or reviewer, that kind of thing. Because why? Your abstract, first your abstract you contribute to you, because your abstract like not interested at all. So all the review reject, you send. Keep on sending to ask for review. If I read the abstract is not interesting at all, and I find that this is not a very, because abstract you give a sense of the quality of writing. So first thing, if I accept the paper, the article, first thing I need to read is their introduction. If the introduction is well structured, anything is explained clearly according to what here in this slide. Yeah, I feel very pleased to review, continue review, maybe in some of the days. Okay, I won't review the same day. If I find that the introduction is a badly written, the mode of reviewing the article will be either major or reject. The feelings already there. It's not mean we are not professional, because we read based on what you have written. That is the reviewer job. Okay. So we will try to find, because why? If you don't write very good in your introduction part, the perception that you write a good in result and discussion, we already expected won't be that perfect. Okay, I think that's the skill of writing. Okay, so try to write a good introduction for your articles. Then maybe you begin with a subject that interests you, because why? Briefly, clearly, and express. Because introduction is very brief, but you already telling people what you're trying to do. But it's brief, but very concise. Very concise. Okay. I'll try to make half an hour. Then maybe we have a dialogue. Maybe I try my best to answer all the questions. I can see a lot of questions over there. Later on, because I will try to finish my slide. I think 20 slides only. Okay. So make sure you provide some orienting background and define the key terms and new terms. So very important when you are doing your introduction. So discussion also very important. I will skip the literature review. I find that that part is literature review to me, not say not important. I mean that is about you're referring to other people articles. So you can do your very good one. Actually, normally the literature review so far, I think it's not problematic to me. But discussion will be also very important because it's a summary of your research. Mean your contributions will become from here. Okay, you need to discuss very clearly and show that what is your contribution. Discussion is a very important contribution section. Do not what you call the just briefly refer to this table, show that all supported. There's not a meaning of supported, not supported. You need to find, if you have a negative, especially those not supported, that will be an interesting part to understand. I like a negative result. If all positive, definitely I will say happy because according to my hypothesis, all will be supported. There's nothing new. But discussion is not that simple, just showing that all supported those. I can see some is briefly discussed. If you see some of the good article when they discuss the result, it's very interesting to know, and then you can see a lot of finding from there. Okay, so try, because introduction will align with your production as well, because you are all tied together. Because from the introduction part, you also mentioned about the contribution, so it's very important to know that. So try to learn how to discuss your result. Research finding very important. So here is more related to the on the sentence or theory, then we need to highlight, okay, especially those doing the abstract, not talking about abstract, those doing the what you call the quantitative research must have a theory, because we are not doing the exploratory, we are doing the confirmatory, okay, confirmation. So we have to confirm the theory. So make sure you have a how to write a good abstract also is one of the, until now I so not so good in writing. Normally I will refer to my professor, okay, or Dr. Ho. Dr. Ho, I mean, she is very good in helping me to correct my abstract. Abstract is very difficult because they limit you 100 to 150, 100 to 250, depends article. Now I think the abstract sum is 150, so it's very big, a maximum to 250. Abstract is very important. So why? During the reviewing time is when people want to accept or not to accept your article. Normally, when you want to accept, when they send you the link, they will be attached with the abstract. So you read the abstract. If the abstract not so interesting, people will tend to reject it, not to review. So you will go, your article will take more time to be reviewed. Okay. Same, the article also attract the editor attention. If your abstract is well written, you show everything, because abstract will be everything about your articles, you know. It will give you a good impression to the editor, so the editor to accept, no desk reject, I mean the desk, avoid the desk reject. The abstract is one of the contribution. Okay. So next, I think is rules of writing. Write clear. I think you should know. Write your reader. Okay, interest. So the interest. Okay, pursue your. Actually, you need to write how to pursue your reader to continue read your article. Avoid digression. Okay. Don't over explain, because you want to over explain, you will be your word count will be more. Over statement, avoid overstatement. Try to not to do that, because it's no good to overstatement your article. Avoid unnecessary qualifier. Okay. Use a precise word. Yeah, use a precise word. I know a lot of students try to avoid the plagiarism. They will use how simply replies kind of word, so make them very awkward the sentence sometimes, even though they have a not say same meaning, it's acronym, but it's not right to be used in that sentence sometimes. Okay. So prefer simpler to more complicated word. Yeah, don't be afraid that you use simple kind of sentence. you'll be rejected. No, as long as no grammar mistake, I think that'll be fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, use concrete example. Yeah, normally we will try to draw the example or quote from which study have done similar with your result. Okay, use active voice. Yeah, don't use passive voice. Try to use active voice because article is active voice. Simple and subtle. So you need, this is up to you. It's not mean you have to follow. No, it's my advice to you. Okay, my advice. So avoid all this one. I think you try to apply lah. Not necessarily it's correct, but this is only my advice to you. Okay, not mean that you need to follow 100% because I'm not the pioneer of writing or publishing article, but it is try to what I learned from the reviewer, the comments. So we try to convey this message to all the students over here. Use translation, prefer place yourself in the background, cite source. Citation is very important. Try to up to date. Now I think you need to go for 3 years. 5 years also a bit long. To me, it's 3 years. You need to be the recent unless your field of study is very rare. So no choice. You can look for the longer, the older bit kind of articles. Proofread your papers. It's very important. Try if you are try to avoid this kind of grammar mistake or whatever. There's very impressions to the editor and the reviewer is very important. So request a critical reading by a colleague or advisor. So you can now I think we have a lot of proofreader. So you may send that. Okay, I'll try to avoid the sexiest language. That you need to be polite. We are the more on the, we are the scholarly. So we try to use a formal language. So a common mistake from the, I think this is very important to us. Common mistake we are the non-English speaking authors. I think all of you here same. We are from the other country, not from the English or British. We are not British or American or Aussie or other. So this is a common mistake that is not added value, no add-on value, just another study. So we try not to do that. Mean you replicate people's study and then you just change the context from Malaysia to a lot of people try to use and never add the value of the study. So you need to add some values of the study. So just not do another replica of the study. So not enough justification. This one because maybe this one you want to publish more. Maybe you never do a quality research. So you need to think about quality and quantity. So I always go for quality. Actually, I'm not the quantity publisher. I don't publish a lot, but I look for quality. So better because you look for high impact, and then you'll be more cited. Okay, rather than you publish those journal or be not indexed. So not in count your H index. So better you look for the quality journals. So quantity, if you can cope for quality, then you go for quantity. You can see some of the lecturer or some of the students, they can publish a lot of articles. But to me, I'm not criticizing no good. No, I mean to me, why not they maybe reduce the quantity just to publish ISI, either Q4, Q3 also enough if you can do that. Okay, publish in ISI. Frankly speaking, is not easy. Normally, we take years. It's some journal. If you are unless your article is very good. I think I have one of the students I can come across in UPM. There's one Chinese student, not mistaken. They publish within 3 months. Published the Q1 tourism journal. So quite amazing because of the technique is very new. I read the article. So it's very good. Okay, the person is it's one of the Chinese student, from China. He's doing the tourism. That's very impressed me. So far, I think in my life, he can challenge a lot of professor because of Q1, he can publish within 3 months. I can see it submit, revised, and accepted within 3 months. It's very fast. So implausible argument, hypothesis, conclusion. So you need to do that. Conclusion, do not follow the data. Yes, that will be because why I find that a lot of students, because it's cut and paste, and he just do the paraphrasing. So that will be one of your disadvantages when you come to your conclusion, because you just cut and paste people idea. Because if you thought conclusion is very simple, actually conclusion is very an important part. So you can refer to Ruth Sternberg of the common mistake. People also refer there. Writing in a least creative, yeah, you need to be writing also creative, so you need to be creative enough to write. Important is what you say, or not how you say it. Okay? This is why, because you are the person who doing the research. People will cite you in the future because you are contributing to your knowledge, to your field. So it's a novelty, we call it. So try to produce a quality article. Okay, longer paper are better paper, more paper are better. So you adjust yourself. This is I always come across and always have an argument. I prefer one word is not quality. That's all. How to determine quality? As long as you publish in the in IS, to me, you can publish in ISI or Scopus or the ABS. Okay. So for the time being, I think SSCI, they call it, SSCI is more widely accepted. So Q1, those who are published in Q1, we call it a top journal. So main purpose of the purpose present is a fact. Yeah, it's very important. And science informing and not persuading and not advertising. Yeah, we try to contribute our knowledge. Okay, not try to do the advertisement. It's not. So those who thought the article that you publish a lot, okay, in a low rank journal or whatever, especially now, I think we come across a discussion that I think I also share with Dr. Anik or with my colleague. Malaysian is, I think, is a top 5 for the bogus journal. I mean, that is a predatory journal. Top 5 in Asia, I'm not mistaken. But one of the research done by the Scopus. So it's no good. Why is predatory mean the all is a low rank journal, is not recognized at all, and you tarnish your reputation as well. Do not publish in. You can go for Bell Risk. The you for Bell Risk, I think you know how to look for the Bell Risk. That's all the predatory publisher and also journal. A year, actually, you can see the Scopus will delete or delist those journals who have violated the policy of the publication, especially they thought for earning money is no. Okay. So gain acceptance to future someone theory. Okay, that's to refute is no good. Negative result to fail the support researcher hypothesis as a positive result. So all this one is a mistake that carried by among of the student. Even myself also have sometimes come across with that. The logical development of the idea reflect the historical development. So this is all about you can take note about this a conception of that. Yeah. I will answer to you later, okay, because we have half an hour for that. Okay. So this all this conception, I think is about the journal. So now I look for this is about the misconception you do. So I'm not going to delay anymore. I just go for the common mistake. Okay, for the foreign. This is can you look for try to avoid. Okay, these are mistakes. Because this is done by me and somebody. I already interviewed some student in Taylor. So I just come a conclusion about that. Unfocused introduction and discussion. That's a very, very common mistake done by the foreign author. Foreign author, including myself, we are not the native, or we are not the what you call the American journal or the British journal. We are not from there, or we are from Asian. I mean, more major, I'm referring to the foreign. Okay, do not produce wrong. Do not produce wrong expectation the reader by discussing things that you will not test in your article. That is a very major mistake. Why I can see it, because this is the thing they copy and paste from a lot of sources that will cause you you bound to have mistake that you are not testing an article, but you discuss it, especially you are not do a very good kind of writing. Okay. Start with a general issue overview and 2 comments. So each paragraph had to be introduced and And therefore, the first sentence explain the reader. So try to avoid translation is unclear. This is unclear. And then no abbreviation. So unless you are no choice. Okay, if you want to include the abbreviation, as the first place, you need to introduce properly. Okay, make sure all variable name are exactly alike throughout the text. Consistencies must be there. A lot of people try. Why? Because again, maybe you refer to different resources when you write the article. Different part normally will refer to different articles. So try to be consistent when you write the article. If you are not perfect, try to give somebody to correct the grammar. Do not use fancy a big word, or do not use do not use a very common term. So when you write things, try to use what you call the English. Okay, I mean that you need to use some of the creativity of writing. Okay, that's all for my. I think we have a lot of discussion over here, Isabella. Is there a lot of people asking the questions?
Yes, it's true. I think everyone getting
God.
excited to know
No.
more.
That's right. Where is it? Where to see the?
You can see in the chat box, or you want me to read for you?
I want to see the chat spot. Where is it?
It's down there, doctor. You can press the chat box down of the screen.
Actually, what if we ask the questions in the last 10 minutes?
Or is it doctor already done for the not yet?
Dr. Lin, are you done with the slides?
Yeah, I've done my slide.
Okay.
Now we can go for the a lot of questions. I try to pick out one. I try to pick out one first. Okay.
Yeah, before going towards the question answer session, I would like to congratulate Graduate Student Club Executive Committee members for reaching around 120 plus participants, which is a record for the Graduate Student Club up till now. So, Doctor, it is, I think you are lucky enough for us that we are having so much participants today. So thank you so much, all the participants, for coming today. And you all will be given the recordings, the slides, and the certificates as well. Now, but you have to register to the link. If you are registered, then surely you'll be getting all of those things. So if you have not registered yet, so please register. Thank you so much. Now we go for the question answer session. So
I have a question from Liu Sing Leong. I think it's quite interesting. Yeah, the Liu Sing Leong, he say that if one of my manuscript got rejected from a journal after the final decision and the review process, what should I do then? Amend and correct the paper based on the review comment, or direct send to other? To me, if I'm confident, the reviewer comment not give me any significant impact to my article, I will reject it. I won't change. If the comment is very constructive, and I find that he can build he can enhance the value of my article, I will correct and resend. So it depends. Please read through the article, the comment from the reviewer. Not necessarily all the comments. Like me, I also, even though we are not actually the reviewer who review a paper, first thing you have to bear in mind that they are not as the same field with you, maybe have certain overlapping. They are in the management, but management has different field. Maybe they are doing the quantitative, but not the qualitative. Like me, I'm doing the secondary data, but I send to the management journal. The management people will very annoying about my data collection because it's like that you're using secondary, is not value added, blah. So you have to justify with the comment, not mean that it's wrong. You need to justify yourself because all the review. That's why I say that I do understand the reviewer side. Maybe some reviewer, especially those give a very detailed and very good remark and line by line. Normally I give a remark. When I criticize, not say criticize, when I say some of the issue, I will quote the whole sentence, bring back. I say that this is your mistake, not say mistake. This is not unclear, whatever. You need to improve. If those just give a very simple kind of the remark, okay, the article is not well written. In what sense not well written? I mean the reviewer. So you can see maybe that kind of too brief kind of reviewer. So look for the reviewer that comment give you a very detailed. Normally a good reviewer normally 1 pages long. The part by part, section by section. Normally it's a very good. That's why. But once they give you this kind of comment, you should look into it seriously, because that is the people who take time to rectify your article. So I hope Mr. Liu can answer your, I hope that will answer you. It depends, not mean that you do totally ignore the reviewer comment or you're angry. Do not, you need to accept the criticism, because why? If you are not open-minded, okay, you are too narrow-minded, okay, you don't want to accept people criticize, then you don't publish better. I don't think in the world there's a journal accept as is it, even though there's a column for me to take accept as is it, minor, review, minor, major, and reject. These are 4 columns we select for reviewer, okay? So accept as it, I think nobody. Minor also very rare, especially ISI. What you call the ISI journal. It's very rare people to take minor, because why? We try to give more time, because major actually you need more. Minor normally 2 weeks to 3 you need to submit. Major you can 4 to 6 months normally the major. So for those high impact journal, okay. So try to look into it seriously about this case. I cannot say that you totally ignore or you consider really true. If those review never constructive enough, mean very brief kind of the review, you just ignore it, because maybe he never read through depth enough about article. Okay, maybe sometimes rushing for the time, because the journal will chase the reviewer to submit. So we are too busy, and then due date. So normally you just give you a simple review, but you try to look for those who give you a constructive remark, then go for it. Okay, that's my advice to you. Don't ignore totally, or you follow blindly for their remark. Just try to look into the remark. Okay.
Okay, doctor, we have one more question, and that question says that how can we make it easy to publish systematic review? And is it possible to publish the systematic review in Q1 and Q2?
Frankly speaking, systematic review for the Q1, unless you have using a different method. I don't know, because so far I never published any systematic review. ISI journal, frankly speaking, those are people who publish in the systematic using the systematic review and publish Q1, Q2. But to me, if you want to really publish in Q1 or Q2 using the systematic review, try to use a specific kind of methodology. I can read critical analysis. They transform, actually gather all kind of the 200 to 300 article. They find a theme, and then they test it with the relationship. That's a very advanced method. I think you can look for it. If you just review and give your own recommendation, the chances to be published that kind of Q1, Q2, it's not say cannot, quite tough, because your contribution, what is your contribution first? Especially systematic review, you need to give because normally system review is the future direction of the research. That is why we do systematic review, because you want to do some overall review, and you give your future direction of your field. That's we call the systematic review. Not just say review and do nothing. You need to recommend what is still lacking in the field, in your field. I mean the field that you review. Okay, or what is the common theory being used, and how to apply a future theory in your field. Also can a lot of way to do that. Okay, but but not so. So me Q1, Q2 very hard to get systematic review so far. Very frank speaking, Scopus a lot, Q3 also a lot. Even though the Journal of Business Ethics also very hard to get systematic review.
Very well answered, doctor. We have another question by AKPOS post, something like that. Yeah, when writing, there are some words that we cannot change, but such words do appear as plagiarism. So how to go about this? It's about plagiarism, how to remove that.
Okay, for plagiarism case, how to remove that? I think first you don't copy people writing. That's all. Okay, why? Normally for article to accept, normally, yeah, okay, below 15 can, no problem. The best is below 15. If you follow your thesis 20 over, no. Below 15, that is why, because of the, you are doing for literature review. You are doing for literature review. Definitely when doing a literature review, a lot of common keywords will be shared and a lot. So I don't think the introduction you can copy. I don't think your discussion you can copy, even your abstract. So 8,000 words, I think only literature review part will contribute plagiarism. So unless you, what you call the, copy the whole paper paragraph down, so you need to paraphrase. Paraphrasing is not mean you change the word. Actually, you have to 90% of you remain the meaning of the sentence or the paragraph, but by changing almost 80% of the word. So you remain 20% for plagiarism. It's called plagiarism, you know. So not mean that you change word by word. Is that definitely I cannot ask you to try not to copy people work is called better than you plagiarize, okay?
Very well, Doctor. We have another question by Azrina Osman. She said that if we want graduate on time, what is the best time during the semester should we submit to journal for full-time student or part-time students?
You want to send for Scopus or ISI first?
They haven't mentioned yet. Yeah.
If Scopus, frankly speaking, Scopus less than 6 months you can publish. Normally my Scopus journal, I have 3 or 4 Scopus. I think they take very shortly time to be accepted. As long as accepted, you can graduate. No need to publish. Accepted means you have the accepted by the journal. Normally for GOT, as long as GOT means not referring to your publication. GOT is mean the time. To my understanding, I don't know any changes or not. I am a GOT, so I submit between 5 semester. Within 6 semester, you submit your journal waiting for the Viva. No, the period count means you within 6 semester you submit, then you're GOT. Why? You're not fair for the student because you're looking for examiner, looking for, they're different, arrange the timetable like pandemic. It's not fair. But as long as within the 6th semester, you submit your thesis for Viva, thesis submission, then you count GOT. Okay.
Okay, Doctor, we have another question, and that is from Badr Latif. He says that, Dr. Lin, I want to ask about introduction structure. If we are following multi-country context, just highlight major points that really matters.
What does it mean? I don't understand the question.
Let me repeat it. He said that I want to ask about introduction structure. I think he's talking about the introduction chapter. If we are following multi-country context, that if there are so many countries for the research, and if you want to highlight some major points, then what really matters in the introduction section, that what to write?
Multi-country study is a world data. Okay, you cannot take a single country to explain. So you do not mention your data at all. You just say this is a generalized 185 country. You no need to mention the country in detail. Okay, first I want to ask you first, why you want to take world data as a research? If you can answer that question, then you should no problem to writing your introduction, frankly speaking. First, why you want to take world data? Why you don't take single Malaysia? Ask these 2 questions. All have a different significance, and generalization also different. People thought world data is more generalized, true, but some world data also, we want to see a single effect of the country, because world data should be, you need to control your country effect. Yeah, difference. Okay, you have to see, first talk about, that's why I say that when you want to decide, okay, you want to decide your study scope, either single Malaysia or the multinational country, whatever, or you need to decide. There's a data question, you need to decide that, okay? And why? I want to always ask why you want to go for the work data first, okay?
Thank you so much, Doctor. And one more question we have is, what is the quick tip to publish a research article in Q1 and Q2? A very simple and sweet question.
Ask what topic you have now.
Uh,
Q1, Q2 is not a replica study, I told you. Q1, Q2, to me, I've been lucky because accepted by Q1, Q2 because my methodology. Frankly speaking, I'm in the management. I'm not finance or econometric and economic, but I'm using the secondary data apply in the management, but I also use the econometric method to analyze it. So give you a different kind of the contribution. It's very unique. So in order for you quick and fast to publish Q1, Q2, make sure what is your novelty of study and how you contribute to that particular journal. That is very important. Now I think it's more about the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. I mean, my field is the SDG. Okay, you go for a FDI, nowadays FDI or oil price, okay, for instance. Very difficult now to publish. Frankly speaking, if you do that because already saturated, people already tested. Try to look for, not say very unique. Some of the field is still not unexplored. That will give you a lot of chances or high chances to be accepted in Q1, Q2 because they want new introduction of the field and also the method. So they will want to diversify the scope of the journal. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, any more?
Okay, thank you so much. We have so many questions, and
we take the last three.
Okay.
Because already
okay,
1 hour.
so
don't worry, I will come back later.
Yeah, sure.
Anytime I will come back to another talk, maybe more to the how to select. I think see all the students like more they want to how to select. Okay, I think I want to read the Sahib
okay, so
one. Is very good. The Sahib Muhammad, is it? I think.
Yeah, sure.
So, hi, doctor. You shared earlier you prepared a draft prior to submission. How long do you spend time to produce the first article? 3 months. 3 months. Why? This 3 months not mean that it's a totally new topic to me. When I'm doing my PhD, I already focus in CSR. Okay, I focus in CSR. So I just build on. I have a foundation of CSR. I will link it to my innovation. Then nowadays I want to link it to CSR also involved with the political activity. So I link it to the political activity. Now I link to the corporate citizen. And now I also apply the grant. I try to apply the FRGS grant with the sustainability goal, and we call it responsible innovation. I still in the pillar, I think I still holding the core pillar of CSR. So from there, for me to write article, 3 months, frankly speaking, 3 months. So the draft maybe take another 2-3 weeks to review it. Okay, it's a skill you need to develop. It's a skill you need. Writing is a skill you need to develop. You not mean that the first time you write you will get it right, because I've been accumulated my for 4-5 through now it's 5 years. Already accumulate this kind of practice for 5 years. Okay. So it's very easy for me to write article. If already I know that, okay, first introduction, then second go for the literature review or theoretical development or hypothesis development, then go for the methodology, then I go for the variable description, then I go for the result discussion, then implication and conclusion and referencing. So I know that, and if have policy implication, I will enhance in policy implication or the theoretical or whatever. So I already have that kind of mind. So in order to write, I know this is the 8 component I should fulfill. I just slot in. Literature review side, I just already have done previously. I just copy some and put in and just add in some new what I call the literature inside. But variable side, yes, I need to take time for this 3 months. It's a data collection, analysis, and finding a suitable variable for me to develop my CSR. Okay. So Sahih, I think you need to practice it in order to get it right. I mean, they produce a good spending a time of the draft. Don't calculate that. The time is different for me and you. Maybe excellent. I think all the students here is excellent than me. Maybe they produce a good paper within a week. Depends. But to me, the quality of your article is the better. It's not the time. Okay, it's even though you spend 1 year, I can see some students spend 1 year to write article, but the quality is so-so. What for? Maybe you never put enough effort. So I think that you want to write article, really determination is there. You really don't say everything I want to write. I know, because when I see in the GIS, I'm a student before. have a lot of friends. So they always say that I want to publish. I know you want to publish when you start doing that action. Okay, when you will start doing action, start today. Look for a topic or some of, now you have some, already have. I think more of you is doing the PhD. It's very good period for you to write. I'm a teacher. I'm very busy. Frank speaking, I only write my article only at night. Morning, I need to do my explanation. So my production article is getting lesser and lesser, but I'm very afraid of this one. But I try myself. I try to promise to myself that 4 articles per year. I mean, 3 months I need to produce one, at least one. Maximum 4, minimum 3. At least I can have at least to push myself to continue contribute the knowledge to my field. Okay, so it's a matter of time. I think it depends. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? I think.
Okay, so we will go for one more question, and then we will take a group photo of everyone online, and then we will end up the session.
Anyone? Topic in health and medicine topic. In business as topic, what is it? Can see. I don't think there's a more question. I think most of the questions are here already. I think.
Yeah,
that's all for the I think I know the what the yesterday.
Yeah, one more question
from
Badr. One more question from Badr Latif. He said that Dr. Lin, you have tremendous record of CSR publications in top tier journals. Can you please suggest or advise about some area about CSR domain, especially in case of CSR and environmental management journal?
The best is want to go for that is environmental journal of cleaner production. Actually, journal of cleaner productions I published within less than 3 months. I got shocked. That's I mean that you want to go for environmental, or the journal is very it's a multidisciplinary, frank speaking, but the very high 6.8 over, I think 6 pointer, I think the impact factor very high. He also sit in the ABS. Also, I think it's very well recognized journal. To me, if you want to try Q1, those who are doing the environmental innovations or CSR or something related to the sustainability, please try to or human resource and green innovation or whatever, okay, related to environmental. Try to send to journal of cleaner production. A bit easier, but a very high impact. So it's very good for you. Frankly speaking, my experience is because before I graduate, I already have the job. So because of my publication helped me. Even frankly speaking, I got been accepted to teach in but I rejected. So I rejected University of Malaysia, the top university in Malaysia. But I don't think that university can suit me, because I find that Taylor is more because it's more Western. So it depends on you. So to me, publication help you a lot when you're looking for a job. Really speaking, promotion, job recognition, and getting a grant, and also being invited, become a guest speaker, and also what I call the people consultation project also. So now I have working with the bank, Pembangunan Development Bank of Malaysia. I help them to do the sustainable development. So you can see, if you have more publication, I think it's good for you. Okay, try your best to publish at least 1 or 2 this year. Okay, because it's January, we still have time. You start today, maybe in December, you show me, Dr. Lin, I have published in Q1. I'm proud of that, because I like to see students, especially I have a Facebook, I can see a lot of, especially Pakistani students, I can see, they publish a few very good journal. I don't know who are they, but they keep on adding me, so I accept. But very good. They are from I can learn a lot from there when I read. It's very creative, and the topic is very new. It's enhanced my motivation to do better. Okay? That is the thing. That's why you need to try to read more, communicate more with your peers or your cohorts, and discuss more with your supervisor. You need, okay, you don't do it alone because especially doing this kind of article writing, you thought this is a topic that is very good, but you don't know how about others, you know. So try to get input from your peers, okay, how to get a good topic. Actually, a good topic will help you to get published faster and easier. Frankly speaking, it's a true fact, okay, true fact. And the methodology as well. If you are talking about smart PLS, now a lot of advanced technique, try to learn it through YouTube, or try to look for, I think in Infantel, they have a lot of a kind of, I think you can see they're very creative, organize all the Python, R, RED, or whatever, you know, you see. The kind of methodology is very good for you, okay? Yes, a Journal of Leader Production is a very good journal, but easy to publish and can be accepted very fast. Frankly speaking, I may have one there. I have experience. The review process very fast. It's well recognized, especially well accepted in UPM, because it's a multidisciplinary, but your topic related to sustainability and environmental or CSR, the chances be there is quite high. Okay. I think that's all for today. Okay, enough. I think it's exhausted.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Lin,
See you again.
For your very informative about the publication, of course. So before that, I would like to highlight one more time for those who are not yet filling the form. Kindly fill in the form for the e-certificate and also the recorded video presentation so that we can email to you. And kindly please turn on the camera so that we can have the group photo. All right, if you don't mind. Okay, so I'm going to take the group photo. Okay, so cheese.
Cheese.
All right, 1, 2.
Wait. People are turning on the camera.
Oh, okay.
Let them. So many cameras.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Doctor, can you please stop the sharing of the slides so that we can get all the people on like on one screen?
I will send you.
Okay.
I'll stop sharing, is it?
Yeah, stop sharing. Yeah, stop.
I never shared.
The slides.
Am I sharing? I'm not sharing this.
Okay. So let me see. Yeah, now it's okay. So let me view full screen. Yeah. Okay. So just wait for 1 or 2 minutes so that we can take all of the pictures.
Okay. So we wait for other participants.
Okay. So 1. And now 2nd. Okay, and just 10 seconds more. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Right,
All the best to all
thank
of
you
you.
so much,
All the best.
everyone.
Hope you can publish more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for participating.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, doctor.
All the
Thank you so
best.
much.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you,
Happy New
doctor.
Year.
Yeah,
Thank you.
happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you very
All
much.
the best. All the
Have a
best.
nice
See
day.
ya.
Bye.
Happy Chinese New Year. Long Fi Fa Chai.
Bye bye.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah. Bye. See you.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.